I know what you want from me. I know what you need from me. I know what you want from me. I know what you want from me. I know what you need from me.
Yo, welcome back to the Specific Person channel. I'm your host, SP, and I've designed this channel to help you guys become what is specifically required to obtain everything that is personally desired. If you're not a current subscriber, do us both a favor. Click the subscribe button. And if you like the style of content, do us both another favor and click the thumbs up. And if you have any comments or questions, please feel free to leave them in the comment section below. And be on the lookout. I have a new manifesting guide coming out real soon. I'll be putting up pre-orders once I launch my new website. So stay tuned for more details. Now in this one, I'm going to talk about, the reaction that shook the world. Will Smith reacting negatively to the joke that Chris Rock made in regards to his wife, Jada Pinkett Smith, or Pinkett Smith, however you pronounce it. But pretty much I'm just going to talk about one thing that people aren't really looking at. I mean, they're busy taking sides. Oh, Will was right. He was justified, which I don't agree with. I mean, and the main reason why I don't agree with it is that it's the reaction, because 9 times out of 10, how we react determines the outcome. How we react to situations, things in the, circumstances in the 3D, how we react determines how our manifestations show up, if they show up at all. And the way that Will Smith carried himself, he reacted very negatively. And it wasn't just because of that circumstance. It wasn't because of Chris Rock making the joke about his wife. It's deeper. And you can tell by the way he reacted. His reaction showed that he's a man that has a lot of inner turmoil. And it seems like it's in regards strongly to his relationship with his wife. Because if you notice some of the things that she's done, I mean, it's not really actions that she's shown to protect him. How he made this whole speech about protecting his family and stuff. But is your family protecting you? Because she doesn't seem like she's really protecting him, protecting his best interest. Back to their reaction. If I were him and that happened, my thing is, if I'm going to walk up there, I'm not going to slap somebody for, on public TV for millions and millions of people to see and for it to go down in history and infamy, especially on the night that, it's supposed to be a shining night for you because you're winning your first Oscar, right? How he could have composed himself is he could have even walked up there and whispered something in his ear like, hey, that's not cool. Because 9 times out of 10, Chris Rock probably didn't know what she was going through as far as why her head was shaved, because he doesn't live in their day-to-day. He doesn't live in their household. He doesn't know what she goes through. So the way that Will Smith reacted was very inappropriate, and I'm going to stand by that. I don't care how other people feel. I'm going to stand by that because his reaction determines a lot of other things that are going to take place. So reaction is everything, because in us as intentional manifestors, we have to be aware of how we react to stuff in the 3D, because there's a great way to react to things and there's a terrible way to react to things. And then there's a little few things that fall in the middle. But when you have different circumstances, like you're facing debt, you're facing all these problems, if you react negatively, you get stressed out, you get drunk, you want to go and smoke a pack of cigarettes or whatever, and you just keep operating in lack and negativity, that's only going to produce more negative circumstances. It's going to affect your health. It's going to affect your money, because with you constantly spending money on vices that you don't need, that's affecting your money. If you're already stressing out over financial issues, then that's not going to make it better. And in the case of, attracting a romantic relationship with an SP, if you're stressing because of lack of contact, or you're engaging with them in arguments or, fights, or negative energy blocking them because they blocked you and all this other stuff, you are feeding into it and you're creating more turmoil instead of just stepping away, resolving within yourself, like, I'm not going to let this get to me. I'm going to do the opposite. Like if a person is arguing with you, blocking you, giving you negative behavior, the best thing to do is to be the bigger person and step away from it. isolate yourself away from it. Separate yourself away from that negative energy and not pay attention to the 3D. Yeah, they're talking to me or they're blocking me on these apps. Start to ignore them. And then you know what happens when you start to ignore them and you take a different route, you take a different course of action, they'll start to change their behavior because you're changing your behavior. Because once you start showing them that you're not feeding into it, you don't care, that's when they start to conform and they start to show up, and you'll be surprised by how their behavior would change and how their mindset would change because you've changed your behavior pattern and your mindset. So that's why I tell you guys to be aware of your inner self. Work on yourself. Don't let them get in the way of who you truly are, of who you need to become. You know, embrace the struggle and know that it's going to make you stronger, and know that it's only temporary, and never give permanent energy to it. You know, just keep in mind how we react to the 3D. It determines a lot. It determines so much. So you can't let your emotions put you in a deeper, darker space so that you're manifesting more of what you don't want. But think about it. I mean, that whole reaction that Will Smith did, all that's going to do is manifest more negative stuff to him. I mean, he's already been having a whole trouble situation with his marriage with Jada, you know, because she puts everything out on the red table thing that she does. And, you know, she's already putting all her business out, you know, so it's just like, I think the guy is under a lot of pressure because of everything that's been transpiring. Because, you know, how would you feel if your wife, you're not getting the respect that you feel that you deserve from your significant other? That can affect you a lot. And some people, when you have that spotlight on you, you know, it magnifies everything that you do. And, you know, sometimes it's hard to handle something like that. I mean, with us being regular people, we really don't have to deal with that. Like if something happens and we have a blow up or infidelity with our relationships, we don't have to worry about everybody digging in and having something to say about it. You know, so that's why I think that he needs to just be careful with all of his actions. And, you know, since he talks about, you know, the alchemist in the book and about manifesting and stuff, he needs to go back to that. He needs to go back to those core teachings and take from that and get stronger and realize the things that are no longer serving him and the things that he needs to have in his life that will serve him. You know, he just needs to take a lot of things into inventory. That's just my personal perspective from witnessing what's been going on, because it's a lot of messy stuff going on. And at the end of the day, you know, that reaction was not protecting. That reaction was disrespecting. That reaction was not only disrespecting Chris Rock, it was disrespecting himself, and it was disrespecting everything that he's built up to that point. You know, and is disrespecting, manifesting, you know, like the life he was talking about manifesting, is disrespecting everything as far as that goes too. And we do that as well when we have doubt and fear and we overthink. We disrespect ourselves and we disrespect our powers as intentional manifestors. So we really have to be careful with how we react to 3D circumstances and not to give them too much power, too much audience, and strive to find the higher ground, because the higher ground is normally where you want to be to have the most favorable results. So we're going to wrap it up right now. And just remember, how you react can determine a lot of things. It can have a domino effect, a spiral effect. So you should always strive to react to things in a favorable manner as to where it doesn't disrespect you. Because when you disrespect you disrespect other people as well, because we're all connected. So till next time, guys, keep loving your heart. Peace on your path. SP out.